Hey YouTube, this is Dean making another vid. If you like my content, please consider hitting the like button. Also, please consider subscribing, as it is very much appreciated. Just one more on this cattail fluff and cattail heads. Okay, I've basically wanted to report that I think I've perfected the cattail fluff. I've got it about right. Made 2 bags of it up. This one's completely full. I'm not going to make any more of it up. It's completely full of it. And this one is basically full as well. 2 level tablespoons of potassium nitrate in 1 cup of warm water, soaked overnight to the with the cattail's fluff in it. Seems to work pretty good. It takes a spark, as I'll show you in a minute, very easily. It burns vigorously and hot. You just have to use a fair bit of it if you want to get it going. The cattail heads have to be dried out, which I've done. I did end up putting them in the oven. I dried them out pretty much. I've got all of them dried out. They're what I'm going to use tomorrow in my flint and steel Saturday. The rest of them are all dried out, ready to go for use for coal extenders and cattail fluff as I need it. But yeah, I've got plenty of them dried out. The only thing with them is you just have to dry them out if you want to use them. Once they're dried out, they are really easy to break up and then put into as your fluff. Don't break them up when they're not dried out to put into your fluff. I just find they're better when they're dry, because it's easier to break them up and then process them up into the fluff. And as a coal extender, once they're dry, they work really well. I'm going to show tomorrow how you get the fluff going and then get it onto this, and I'm going to use this as a coal extender, but then I'm going to put that into a tinder bundle and blow that into flame, which I've never done before. So yeah, just wanted to report on that. As far as the fluff goes, I think this is one of my favourite prepared tinders, plant tinders. It's really good stuff. Once you get it basically down the solution right, it works a treat. It works really well. If you go too hot, which I did do with the heap tablespoons, it is too vigorous. It tends to it almost bursts into flame, which I don't think you really want to do. But yeah, 2 level tablespoons of the potassium nitrate is the best balance between ability to take a spark and how vigorous it burns and whatnot. So yeah, I think that's about the best thing to have it at. And don't worry about it not staying together. Once you get a flame, ember into it, it stays together. So yeah, I never worry about it too much as far as it goes. I just all those little bits that fly away, well, they just go. But it's this part, the striking part, that I find that's where it can fly away. But it's just a matter of holding it there. There, it's already going. I know. I was a little bit excited. It did get a spark into it, but yeah, it fizzled out. as always, as soon as you start demonstrating these things, as I said, it's not too dramatous to get it going, and that will just smoulder away because of the potassium nitrate. But if you want it to get to go, you just give it a bit of a breath. But normally I found the wind just makes it go. And that turns into a coal, just into a hot coal. Which does eventually fizzle out, but it does, that is still a hot coal for a little while, for about 30 seconds, and then it goes out. But while ever it's still hot there, I could get a cattail head to ember as a coal extender. And as I said, the little bits and pieces here, they're neither here nor there. You drive yourself insane trying to catch them all up. But yeah, it's I think this is definitely my favourite prepared tinder. And if you've got cattail heads around you, they're definitely worth harvesting, because yeah, and access to potassium nitrate, which I do. It's certainly a very viable tinder, and it works very well. Very easy to use. I found it a lot easier to use than the polypore. A lot easier. The only other one that I found easier to use is amadou or charcloth, but this is as easy to use as charcloth, pretty much. And yeah, it burns up a lot quicker. That's the only thing that I found, and it's not that hard to prepare as far as it goes. Yeah, you just have to soak it overnight in potassium nitrate, and once it's done, it works very well. And yeah, it seems to go off. It's very good. I'm having a lot of fun with it. And yeah, as you can see, I've made a fair few bags of it up. I'm not going to make up any more. I don't need any more than what I've got, and that'll do me for all my experimentation that I do. And the dried heads there are enough now to keep me going until probably next season, and then I'll make up more as I need them when they go to head again. Anyway, thanks for watching.